What is going on, everyone? It's Brody back in to answer another tennis question today. And today's tennis topic is going to be, what kind of mindset do I need to have to go out and play my best tennis? Now, that's a great question because mindset's one of those things that it can either make or break you, whether that's in tennis or not. So with tennis, one of the main things you have to realize is that because we're playing a sport, defeat and victory are going to happen no matter what. You're going to lose, you're going to win. The thing you have to remember is that no matter if you win or if you lose, you are still playing and you're still focusing on getting better. So if you win, you have just found new ways to win and see what works against a different style of opponent. If you lose, you didn't necessarily lose. You want to reframe that. You want, instead of losing, you have learned. You have now learned multiple different ways as to what not to do the next time you go into a match. So say that you lost because you weren't feeling the best. Then now you have learned that you want to make sure that you're feeling well, being like you're well rested, you're well hydrated, you've had enough to eat beforehand, and you didn't overeat. That could be a few things that you look at to change. Or you'd be like, okay, he took advantage of my forehand a lot because it's my weaker shot. And then because of that, I lost. You have now learned where a weakness is in your game. So the next time you go to practice, you can then fix that. If you keep finding that you have the same exact problem every single time you play, say it's the forehand again, you lose one match, you learn that, okay, your forehand's the weaker link. You play another match. You find out the forehand's still the weaker link. Then you play another match. You do the forehand again. It's still the weaker link. If you aren't doing anything to change it, you have not learned. You have not taken the necessary courses of actions in order for you to actually change what you need to become better. You are going through what is the literal definition of an insanity, being that you do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result without changing anything. So you don't lose as a tennis player. You only learn. If you win, you still learn. You learn what worked, how you felt, what felt good, what shots you like to make, and just anything else that may be going on that can help you along in your tennis journey. So that's where you really want to make that mental shift to the mindset of a tennis player, being that no matter what happens, whether you win, you learned. If you lost, you learned. That's the main important thing, because you always want to be continuously getting better at this sport and anything else, because it will translate into every single one of your matches moving forward. There is never a time where you do not remember or take into the next match what you have done in previous matches. Everything is based off your experience, and everything that you have done up to that point has made you to the player that you want to be. So if you realize that, say you want a better backhand, you now know after playing a match, it's like, okay, I have trouble dealing with this type of ball, whether it's a high topspin ball or a flat low ball on your backhand side. You now know that what you can do is either go to someone that you trust, go to a ball machine, or typically this one will work a little bit faster. You can go to a professional tennis instructor, a coach, or get a private lesson or two and just do nothing but work on your backhand. I personally think that at most you should really focus on one thing for one specific lesson, because that allows you to dedicate as much focus and time as you want to that one specific area. So if it's your backhand, do an entire lesson just on backhands and the specific problem that you are hoping to fix. If you do multiple different things, it's like you go into your lesson, you're just like, coach, just run me through the ringer, give me a little bit of everything. Okay, fine. If you want to do general stuff, that may work. But if you aren't focusing on one thing and you're just kind of going through the motions, you're essentially just wasting your money and the coach's time and your time. You're not doing anything productive. So you want to make sure that you actually have the ability and the knowledge taken from your past matches and practices to know what you want to go into when you go into a setting where a professional coach or a private lesson is in use. That way they can really hone in on what is working for you and what is not working for you, and that way you can become an even better player rather than just sitting on the sidelines going, oh, woe is me. I don't know what's going on because my forehand didn't work and nothing else. No, we don't do that. We as tennis players, we don't do that. We're better than that. And because you're watching this video, you're better than that. So we do whatever we can to make sure that we are getting better, not only as a tennis player, but also outside of tennis, because tennis, like I've said before, is the greatest sport of all time because of how closely it relates to outside of tennis. You can take the same mindset from tennis and use it into your personal life as well. If for some reason that you did something really great, you achieved a great goal, you have won, then you can retrace your steps, figure out what you did, and now use those new steps to go on and attack the next goal. If you lost, you didn't lose, you just learned what not to do next time. Because now you may not have all the resources you had before, but you do have the knowledge and experience gained from what you had just attempted. So that's really where the mindset shift comes in, because you always want to be thinking, okay, how am I getting better? If I can have one goal for this match, it would just be to make sure I really understand how my forehand works against different shots, how my backhand works against different shots. It would be to really see how well I can place the ball when I serve. Something as simple as that, to where it's trackable and you can actually see what's going on. You can see it, as well as just make sure that to take that data and go into your next private lesson with saying something like, coach, here it was. This is what happened. We played the match. Regardless of the outcome, it doesn't matter. I won. It doesn't matter. I lost. This is what I found out. I need help doing this. Let's focus on this for the entire hour or entire time of our lesson. Coach will say, great. Now you are working on the problem. You're getting better as a player. And for the next time you're ready to go to your match, boom, you're good. You got that dialed in. Now you just take the next problem and see what's going on, so you become a better all-around, well-rounded player. So, with that being said, if you like this video, leave a like on it. Comment down below any more questions you may have about the mindset of the tennis player. I'll be around in the comments to answer any questions that you may have. And subscribe to the channel so that we can grow this channel and get rid of a lot of the tennis misinformation that's going around, because that's the main reason I started this channel. I saw a lot of misinformation in the tennis community, and I took it upon myself to help get rid of that. So, with that being said, like the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe, share this video with a friend if they're struggling with what they need to be doing or what they should be thinking while they're going through and playing tennis. And, as always, take care.